into the sun. There is more to see than can never be seen, more to do than can never be done. That is far too much to take in here, more to find than can ever be found. But the sun rolling high through the sapphire sky keeps great and small on the endless round. It's the circle of life, and it moves us all through despair and hope, through faith and love, till we find our place on that path unwinding in the circle of life. It's the circle of life, and it moves us all through this and hope, through faith and love, till we find our place on that path unwinding, yeah, in the circle of life.
Hello there. My name is Sarah Jane Crawford, and welcome, coming to you direct from the stage of the Lyceum Theatre, home of Disney's The Lion King in London. That was the incredible Linda Way Brown Mckayse, who plays Rafiki in the show, singing the amazing Circle of Life. Please give it up for her again, please. I'll also be taking you behind the scenes to find out more about this incredible production. Plus, I'll be putting your questions to some of the cast. So, because it's Facebook Live, if you have a question, make sure that you put it in the comment section below. But first, we have another special performance for you. This is a good one. Nick Afua made his musical theatre debut as Simba in the Australian production of The Lion King 5 years ago, and he's now a part of this London production. This is Endless Night.
Where has the starlight gone? Dark is the day. How can I find my way home? Home is an empty dream, lost to the night. Father, I feel so alone. You promised you'd be there whenever I needed you. Whenever I call your name, you're not anywhere. I'm trying to hold on, just waiting to hear your voice. One word, just a word will do to end this nightmare. I know that the night will stay, and that the sun will rise, and that the sun will rise. I know that the clouds will clear, and that the sun will shine. I know, yes, I know that the night must end. I know that the sun will rise, and I'll hear your voice deep inside. I know that the night must end, and that the clouds must clear. Oh, the sun will rise. The sun will rise.
And we'll be hearing a bit more from Nick later on in the show. Right now, though, I am substage, known as the bunker. This is like the nerve centre of The Lion King, and I'm surrounded by hundreds of incredible costumes, masks, and puppets. 50 incredible performers bring these elements to life on stage every night. But did you know that there is 100 people and 100-strong team working behind the scenes? And two of those incredible guys are Matt and Maria. Maria and Matt, how are you?
How are you?
I'm really good. All the better for seeing you. So look, you've got a mask there. You've got a gazelle. Tell me. Talk me through the bunker.
Of course. So there are over 200 masks and puppets you've used throughout the performance, and this is literally just a few of them. This mask I have here is Mufasa, of course.
Ooh, yes.
And it's worn above the head of the actor. Like most of the masks throughout the show, they don't obscure the face. And this one is made to look as though it's been hand carved out of oak, but in actual fact, it's made out of carbon fibre. And then it's painted layer by layer to kind of give the illusion that it is actually made out of wood.
Wow. There's something magical about these as well. Do you feel any kind of energy when you're sort of, handling the gazelle, for example?
It's a great show to work on. You should try it. Have a hold of this.
Let me hold it because it looks heavy. Wow. So would I be doing this kind of thing?
You would, yes. So
Talk me through how the gazelles are used, because I've watched it twice now, the show, and there's just such a fluid motion where it looks like they're kind of galloping through the savannah.
with this costume, there are two gazelles, one in each hand and one above the head, and the dancer has to move it in a circular motion like this. So it kind of gives the illusion of them running through the savannah.
And is it quite tricky to do?
Very. I couldn't do it.
Because everything looks so in unison and so, natural, doesn't it? So, Matt, talk to me about all of the wonderful things that you're standing in front of.
So, as you can see, there's a lot of costumes down here. Each ensemble member could have up to 8 costumes, which, as I said, adds up to a huge amount of costumes.
Wow.
Here we have an example of the lionesses. These are all hand-painted to be unique and individual. So you can see it's made of silk, which billows and moves so amazingly gracefully on stage.
That's where you get that look, that kind of ethereal kind of look on stage, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And here we have an example of one of the lioness corsets.
These look heavy. Whoa, it's quite heavy, for a corset. But yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so again, like the silks, each one is completely different. There's approximately 15,000 beads on here.
How many?
15,000.
Wow, that's a lot.
And each one is sewn on individually.
Are you telling me there's no sewing machines down here?
It's all done by hand.
Goodness gracious me. Well, that is incredible. But one of the most incredible things is how tidy it's kept down here. Well, Matt and Maria, thank you so much. Loads more still to come. Right now, though, one of my favourite songs in the production, we're going to go to Janique Charles, who plays Nala, and she sings Shadowland.
My people,
Wow, Janique, beautiful, talented, and an amazing singer, triple threat. And more where that came from, because I'm joined now by Shauna Scoffrey, who plays Mufasa, and Nick Afua, who plays Simba. How are you guys?
Really good.
Great,
It's
thanks.
wonderful to be here, isn't it? It's great.
Lovely to see you. Now, Sean, you've been on the show for quite some time.
Yes.
Tell me more.
Oh boy. Oh, I've been doing the show for what? 9 years, just over 9 years.
But you don't look like you have. You look fresh and young.
That's green tea and plenty of sleep, people.
And cocoa butter.
Yeah, and cocoa butter, definitely. But yeah, you know, I've loved my time here. I love it here. It's great.
Tell us about Mufasa.
Oh gosh, Mufasa is a warrior king. He's a father, a husband. He's deeply spiritual, and he dotes on his
Bit
son.
like
Simba.
you.
Of course. Damn right, yeah.
So tell us about the fact that obviously you've got a successful recording career as well. I've been across your music for many years. So tell us what's going on with that.
Right at the moment, I've just recently signed with Decca Universal.
Woo!
So yeah, I'm really excited about that, and we're working on the new album as we speak. And so it's kind of that kind of soulful vibe, and bit slightly more iconic strings, bigger sounding. So yeah, I'm very excited about this.
Everyone's loving that authentic kind of music at the moment. So 2018 is going to be a big year. So Nick, you played Mufasa's son Simba.
Yes.
Tell us all about the journey, because obviously we follow him throughout The Lion King.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, so as you know, if you've seen the movie, if you've been to the show, the story revolves around Simba and his journey. And he's prepped in the first act by his father, Mufasa, to become king. And he kind of goes through a lot. He goes through a lot. Simba is youthful, he's energetic, he's vulnerable.
A bit like you.
Yeah. The beard, youthful, yeah.
Now, you were a sportsman before.
Yes.
You were kind of in like the junior All Blacks. I know you said to me, off camera,
Yeah.
that it's not really the All Blacks because
Not
they're
the All
like,
Blacks.
but the kind of the baby Blacks
Yes.
or whatever. Yeah.
Under 19s, yeah.
There you go. That's so impressive. So was it difficult making the transition from like rugby to on the stage?
I'll tell you what, in the first 2 months of rehearsing for the show, the amount of times I went to the physio, the amount of times I had an ice bath.
More than when you were an athlete.
Oh, yes, yes. But funny in saying that there were so many things that were similar. That team effort, the cohesiveness that comes from not just the people on stage, but everyone behind the scenes as well.
So
too.
the teamwork was something you could take.
Exactly.
I love it. I love that. Oh, sorry, Freudian slip there. Okay, so we've got. I love that. Just to make it clear. So we've got some questions from the lovely Facebook viewers. So question number 1, how different is it portraying an animal on stage to a human?
The thing is, we do this all in the rehearsal process, and you get to a point where you become one with your mask, and so you're feeling the emotions as a human, but you're expressing them as an animal.
So you do miss the mask when you're not here then?
Sometimes. I remember the first time I went to
Where
put
is
on
it
the
in the
mask.
kitchen?
I didn't. I was like, wow, am I ready for this? Because I knew once I put that on, that's the transformation. So yeah.
I love that. Now, 8 shows a week. How do you keep motivated? Because the energy's so high every time I've seen the show.
I think it's quite simple, really, because we have to bear in mind that a lot of people that come to the theatre is for their first time, and they've been saving up a lot of money to come see the show. So
True.
so basically that's what motivates me personally. That people are seeing this for the very first time, and so it has to be fresh for them. And we take pride in what we do, obviously.
100%. What does it mean to you to be in The Lion King on the West End stage? One of the most famous stages in the world.
After about 4 years playing the role, I still have moments where I pinch myself. And I think everyone else does as well. And I think for me too, being on the other side of the world, representing New Zealand as well, and being over here and being able to do that, it means so much to me.
Because you did in Australia and then you did it here as
did
well.
in Australia first. So
And finally, do you share any of the traits with your character?
Oh gosh, I'm an animal on stage and off.
And on that note,
it's true.
you guys are going to be giving us a special performance, so I'm going to let you go and get ready. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Up next, I'm super excited to introduce you two final special guests. So please welcome ensemble member Crystal and the Lion King's resident director, Michael. Give it up for them.
Hello.
Crystal, so beautiful. And look at this cheetah. Tell us all about it, Michael.
Well, this is one of the many magnificent creatures developed by Julie Taymor.
Hang on a minute.
It is, you're right, it's a cheetah.
Wow.
And it's draped around Crystal's waist here and integrated in her legs. And you can tell her arms move the front legs of the cheetah.
With such grace and poise.
Absolutely. It takes months and months to perfect this. Once we find the dancers or actors to be in these puppets, is just add a few more months and then they're ready for the stage. The next little bit you can see around Crystal's head is what we call a head crank. 'Cause
Wow.
you can tighten it up. And these wires run from her temples to the temples of the puppet. So this creates what we have now come to know as the double event of the show.
The double event. What is that?
Well, none of Julie Taymor's puppets or masks cover up the face of the actors or performers because that inhibits them from actually connecting with one another on stage. So if Crystal's on stage with her cheetah, and maybe she's having a moment with a zebra or an antelope or something,
Oh, wow.
she's also having that moment with the actors as well. So
And that's what makes this show so unique. I've seen it several times, and it's really the fact that you can look in the eyes of the performer and, of course, you know, the puppets and the masks as well. It's just incredible. Well, sadly, we have come to the end. So thank you so much for joining us here on Facebook Live at the Lyceum Theatre. A massive thank you to Linda Way, to Janique, to Sean, to Nick, Crystal, and Michael, of course, and to our incredible band. Thanks so much, guys. And to close the show, this is He Lives in You. I've had a blast. I hope you have too. Good night. See you soon.
And the spirit of life calling, oh, oh, io, mamela, oh, io, and a voice with the fear of a child answers, oh, oh, io, aya, mamela, io. Wait, there's no mountain too great. Hear these words and have faith. Oh, 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 oh. Have faith. Hela, himamela, hela, himamela, hela, himamela, hela. They live in you. Oh, Daddy. He lives in me. They're watching over. He watches over everything we see. Everything we see. Into the water. Into the water. Into the truth. Oh, in your reflection. In my reflection. They live in you.
Mama,